Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Robert, and I'm the CEO of WeCar Technology, as introduced. We're based in Singapore with our headquarters in Shenzhen, China. Now, as we have operating 8,000 plus stations in China, I'd like to share a little bit of our experience as well as some thoughts regarding the topic of digital transformation of gas stations, where we should be heading as well. Now, I am very much aware that I'm sitting or standing between you and lunch, so I try to make my presentation a bit short but interesting, especially about the application of a digital solution. Of course, when we talk about a transformation, it's not just about a one-step process. It's basically a journey that we have to go through the entire digitization, or perhaps digitalization, and finally the transformation. Sounds very confusing, isn't it? Now, to my understanding, perhaps digitization is just bringing the paper into a computer or from analog to a digital world, whereas digitalization perhaps would be embedding this new digital processes where we would be able to getting some new game changer to having more effective operation as well as customer experience. But the journey doesn't end here, because in order to make a real digital transformation, we believe that we need to actually integrate all these independent digitalization processes and make sense of how we drive value creation, customer satisfaction, as well as business continuity. Now, I wonder, while talking about this sort of a digital journey, I'm sure you must have experience about these paper coupons and sticking these paper clippings onto a refrigerator, or perhaps you're too young about that. But in a sense, how we actually bring new thoughts and ideas into the digital world is something that we need to talk about. But recently, I came across to a gas station, and I noticed that on their mobile application, there is a car wash promotion, which is buy 4, get 1 free, which is very good, basically. And I thought, well, I can see everything on my mobile phone. In a sense, everything has been digitalized. However, when you think more about it, has the marketing process been digitalized or digitalized in a sense that the entire process has been thinking through and really making use of a digital advantages to make processes leaner and better, and perhaps a more kind of into a digital marketing era. Unfortunately, for that part of the journey, we are still sometimes into the old paradigm whereby marketing is just about buying something and you got something free. Now, how we can make use of this digital is not just about putting marketing content into the cell phone. Rather, we need to talk about how we can make use of our digitalization and some of the data that we understand about customer. Well, of course, in a gas station, there are a lot of very important imperatives, including safety management, operational efficiencies, staff management, and of course services as well. But these are all becoming just table stakes, because if your station is not good in services and your station is not safe, you're not in the business anyway. So in that regard, we think we need to understand more about customers before we are better than competition. So will there be a good chance if we think more about how digital transformation can help us in winning over customers' hearts and minds? And towards that, we need to move, as Mr. Zhu just mentioned, from a product-centric or vehicle-centric business to a more consumer, customer-centric model. And for that, we need to answer questions like, how are we going to delight our customers? Who are they? And we want to, what sort of a delightful journey that we'd like to work together with our customers. But the most challenging questions here is really the who. Why I would say that? Because from conventional marketing, we always trying to talk about segmentation, doing marketing researches, and perhaps you might say that you have 20% of your customers being price sensitive, and you have 25%, perhaps they're more into product quality, because they're car enthusiasts. But the next moment, when our customer, let's say Mr. Lee, is coming into the station, how would we know Mr. Lee is a price-sensitive person for which he would be more delighted to see a price promotion? Or is he a car enthusiast who would be happier to see a free product upgrade? So in other words, a conventional marketing world, we don't know who is who. So in order to retain and call back these sorts of price-sensitive customers, maybe just about 20% of them, we need to promote and put price-sensitive offers to all our 100% customers, whereby 80% of these customers will come to our stations anyway, not because of your price. So it's just a waste of marketing dollar, isn't it? And what if, from a digital marketing world, we would be able to accurately identify who Mr. Lee is, judging from his past behavioral pattern, and then we would be able to directly and accurately promote what Mr. Lee would be happy about, rather than just a blindfold price competition offer. And in this regard, how well are we doing today as a gas station operator? And today we can see, for example, filling up the car, payment, and all sorts of loyalty systems, they are all operating in silos. And all these different data streams might be fitting into different independent systems without much of an integration. But more importantly is how we can actually connect these dots so that we understand who our customers are, especially at which moment for what product this customer is actually consuming, and thereby, when aggregating all this customer data, we would make sense out from the data into useful information so that we can work smarter in a digital marketing journey. And today, we see these dots connecting already, but the process is still relatively laborious and tedious. And as I said, in this transformation journey, it's very important to gather enough information for our customers to build a portrait of them, and therefore, through data analytics, we need to understand their insights, and therefore, we would be able, as an organization, customize contents and provide precise promotion schemes to our target customers in exchange for their loyalty, as well as their share of wallets as well. So in order to know, some of these are our performance metrics, I asked a very simple questions, and 99% of our operators would not be able to answer me. For example, last month, how many new customers actually come by your station and becoming a member? How many customers you have retained last month as your regular customers and becoming loyal to you? In a sense, how many customers you have lost? And perhaps if you're losing 25% of your regular customers, what are you going to do with them? What sorts of promotion or what sort of calling back steps from marketing that you'll be able to do? In that regard, we need to build a data platform. So through a BI analytics, we help to find and identify these lost customers so that we would be able to remind them, to recall them, or to incentivize them through a repurchase for which, well, in the past, we would not be able to do so. So therefore, what we are suggesting and advocating here is really about how we build this customer data platform, which would be something like this. Because this platform is about how we, through a marketing, well, in a sense, a mobile application, putting the payment, retail management, as well as all these kind of, well, Mr. Chu just mentioned, the safety, the operation and services into one big data platform so that this CDP would be our central core element for this digital journey. Now, of course, we are very much aware about security and customer privacy. So therefore, we need to deploy the strictest measures with the latest industry standards in terms of cybersecurity, as well as our internal data security management as well. And through that, we need to thank Huawei, who actually made this happen with their cloud computing platform and servers in place. Ourselves, WeCar and Huawei collaborate with local eco-partners as well to provide our customers in a full suite of digital transformation solutions, as well as to build integrated part of an existing system. Now, because of the time that I have allocated only, so I would not be possible to go through all these elements in this entire CDP platform. So I'd like to bring to your attention only to customer loyalty system, which I thought is a very important step for us to really make a difference in managing retail stations. From research, we understand that an average consumer would have at least 7 different loyalty clubs as a member, and myself having about 20. But I seldom use any of them, except, for example, maybe airlines or maybe some gas stations. But why? Despite we spend so much energy into managing loyalty programs, and better ones that I see from a gas station would perhaps be redeeming a fuel or a car wash coupons for promotion, and the choice is so limited. And even though for some organizations might manage to offer promotion coupons redemption for cross-business settings, consumer club points are not interchangeable, and the platform for usage is still very much limited. Now, making consumers apathetic, that means very indifferent about loyalty programs. But if you have a loyalty program and your customers doesn't like it, what the point of maintaining such a very costly program? Bear in mind, gas station has an advantage. We do have a captive market in the sense that drivers need their cars fuel up. So end of the day, well, once a week or once a month or whatever frequency that they're coming, they need to fuel up. So this is a perfect platform for providing, the driver or every one of your customer an ecosystem to fulfill their needs. Why I would say so? A driver today coming into your station, he might have a need for filling up with gasoline. But at the next moment, he might be father of his son, husband of his wife. So he must have very different needs. So since we are building a platform for our consumers, why not actually make it an ecosystem so that we're embracing some of these offers and different opportunities of making our consumer in a wider perspective of fulfilling needs. So that's why we thought a loyalty club point system in integrating the offers to our consumer might be a way to go. Now, what if we apply, let's say, blockchain technology, where we have tokenized club points redemption rules and smart contracts, where perhaps would be the answer to build this cross-traffic, cross-industry type of a loyalty system. And that might attract more customers in sticking with our gas station than otherwise. So today, now, amid of the time, if you do have, let's say, still a conventional loyalty program that has not been really much capturing and retaining your customers satisfactorily, and yet competition is nearby and is very keen, I'll suggest that it's time to consider a smart loyalty ecosystem and a CDP, as I mentioned, a customer data platform that might make sense. Now today, we're working together with Huawei with a mission to help convert conventional gas stations to a new smart station paradigm. Unlike many international renowned retail management consultants or IT firms, we are a total solution provider focused professionally in the area of gas and energy retail industry. And back in 2018, Gartner awarded us, one and the only company in the industry, 2 Cool Vendors Awards, being respectively Disruptive Innovation, as well as Artificial Intelligence in China and in Asia. And this is why WeCar technology together with Huawei would have the confidence and the experience to work together with all of you. This is my WeChat QR code, and if you're interested, well, we can make friends with each other in a sense. And in the coming 2 days, we will be still at the GITEX conference hall, and you are very welcome to visit us at the Huawei huge setup. Okay, thank you very much, and good afternoon to all.